Yesterday, Rabbi Liebtag raised the question of how is it possible to add a form of request, a bakasha, within the first three brachot of the Shmona Esrei during the Aseret Yimei Tshuva. What was the bakasha? It was Zochreinu L'chaim. It was the phrase of Zochreinu L'chaim, remember us for life, which ultimately we know is in some ways optional. If it was mandatory, then if it was forgotten, you'd have to repeat the Shmona Esrei. But instead, it's something that's admirable to say, but not required. However, at the very same time, there's even a larger question, and that is, how is it that before the third of the three brachot, the bracha of Kedushat Hashem, that we add in the 3 to 5 paragraphs, depending how it's formatted, of Uvachein Tein Pachtecha, that therefore, God, you should place your fear over the people. Ultimately, Uvachein Tein Kavod, you should provide the honor and the glory, and then Uvachein Tzadikim, that the Tzadikim should rejoice. How is it that those things are able to be brought in before the bracha of HaMelech HaKadosh? There are many different answers to the question, including the possibility that perhaps this section of paragraphs was added at a time when Malchuyot was part of the Kedushat Hayom, not as we have the Shmona Esrei today, but as it once was in the times of Chazal, where there was an opinion that Kedushat Hayom and Malchuyot came together, and therefore these paragraphs are a remnant of what had once been a section of Malchuyot. And yet, the great Jewish historian Zev Yavitz looked at a midrash from Kohelet Rabbah and said, maybe there's another reason. Based on the phrase in Tehillim, Ki imcha slicha leman tivarei, that with you is the forgiveness, in order that there be awe. Explains the midrash, haslicha mufkedet etzlecha mirosh Hashanah, that the idea, the opportunity, HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that you give to forgive us begins with Rosh Hashanah. The kol kach lama, and why then? Leman tivarei, so that we will be in awe, will be in fear, bishvil, leman, ultimately that ematcha al kol briotecha, that you will place your fear over all of your creations, biyom HaKippurim. That the Midrash says there's something special about this idea of pachad, specifically with Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur and on no other days, but still, how can we add it in? And for that, there is a famous statement by the Avudraham, who suggests that the Uvachein is also reminding us of a statement from Megillat Esther, Uvachein avo el HaMelech, that when Esther said, I will at this moment go before the king and request the salvation of the Jewish people, even though it was dangerous and forbidden. Our Uvachein is the way we say, and therefore we will go before the king, the Melech Malchei Hamlachim HaKadosh Baruch Hu, which means, explains the Avudraham, that these introductory paragraphs, the 3 Uvacheins, are ultimately part of Kedushat Hashem themselves. They're a special part, reserved specifically for Rosh Hashanah and Yom Kippur, but they're still part, and shouldn't be viewed as a request in this opening section of praise.